Hello and welcome here. I'm one proud Bavarian and I am extremely happy to start a new series here, and it's going to be Elder Kings. Hello for showing up for a series that will be so long you won't even see the end if you stood on a skyscraper. Did that make any sense? Absolutely not, but it doesn't have to be, because this is Elder Kings, the mod that has been so long awaited and finally is on the Steam Workshop and finally has left the eternal just I am 2 versions behind kind of state that it was in for maybe 1.5, maybe 2 years. It's crazy how long this mod was only in the SVN state where you could download it peer-to-peer, but it wasn't a proper version, and you know the drill, right? So they have added a lot of things. For example, the Alliance War bookmark, the Post-Banner War bookmark, and I understand that all of these are incredibly interesting. For example, the Alliance War, as you will be able to see here, the Great Army of Molag Bal. Are you kidding me? Isn't that the greatest thing you've ever seen? But I'm telling you one thing, we're not going to play this one. We're not going to play this bookmark simply because, and there's one good reason here, I don't like these blobs. This is one of those things where it could just all go wrong, all goes right, you know, who knows what's going on. It's just going to be weird. Instead, we're going to play in the Post-Banner War World Edition. Because in this one, you know, Nibelheim is still fairly weak. King Abner of Nibelheim has taken over from his daughter Direnni of the Imperial Isle that used to be the leader on the so-called Empress of the Cyrodiilic Empire. And the Adamantine minion had to push back a bit, it just dissolved, but Queen Irene is still there. You have Valenwood ruled under Queen Belevel now, and then Jarana Kali Shazar as the main of Elsewhere. But we're not going to play down there. We're going to play up here in Adamantia. We're going to be Athalor of Adamantia of the House Direnni. Now, if you have any idea about Elder Scrolls lore, you will know this man, or at least his name. Because the Direnni family used to be, here you can see it a bit better, you know, this was the earliest bookmark, 3370, and this is 150 years later. They used to be the hegemony over High Rock, which is this entire area if you weren't aware. But then there was a slave rebellion down here in the Imperial Isle, and Alessia, who was the leader of the slaves, turned against the Direnni family, the Direnni clan up here, and the Bretons defended the Direnni clan. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roleplay as Athalor of Adamantia, and I want to see how far I can get, you know, if I can build up something. If I ever die without any heirs and there's no family left and my line just dies out, the Direnni line just dies out, so be it. You know, you gotta live with the consequences, and that is when the roleplay, or when the Let's Play will maybe end. Maybe I'll just do a character jump. We'll see. But for now, let's start off the game, because talking about the world, we got enough time for that, alright? Let me just quickly read through all of these. Sure. Doesn't matter to me. Shattered Retreat is alright. I'm not actually against Shattered Retreat. I think it's a decent thing. Religious conversion speed should be slower. Yes. Culture conversion should be slower. Give me combination here. Yes, will appear at an increased rate, spread is restricted, and base culture conversion chance is reduced. All of this is okay. Yeah. Okay. Invitation to court, blah blah blah, diplomatic range, defensive attrition, provincial revolt strength. All of this is okay. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with all of this. I don't care about the... Yeah, there you go. Start the game, and we are... I think Athalor was our name, right? I still have to get to know the character, but this is going to be a bit more roleplay heavy, other than, you know, my Hearts of Iron 4 series, where I just try to optimize and win. This is going to be a bit different. Don't give me the introduction here, right? So, religions. We are standing on our own, because we still... This is beautiful, damn. We still live in the belief that Ariel, the original Eldmeri Pantheon, consists of Ariel, Jaffre, Lorcan, Magnus, Trinimag, Finister, Zen, Xarxes, Stender, Ziriban, and Mara. And we still believe in this Pantheon. While the world around us has moved on and believed, or not really moved on, but they have turned to the human kind of pantheon, which is the 8 divines. Obviously, the 9th divine, Talos, doesn't exist yet because the Empire hasn't been united. But we are at odds with the world around us. But we also have an indistinguishable connection. No, a distinguished connection to the world and to the Bretons around us, because we have shared hundreds of years of history with them. Now let's take a look at us. We are brave, but we are also content. Fairly arbitrary, apparently. And vain. Oh, we love ourselves so dearly. And we are obviously an Altman now. We die at a very, very high age. Oh no, we do not have any kids. Now that's terrifying. I will take a look at this in a second here. Where's your blood? Are you pure? Okay, let's get to that for a second. In a second. Our birth sign is the Tower. We are part of the Direnni bloodline. Obviously, this character is part of the Altma origin Direnni bloodline, descended from Rian and Aiden Direnni, who led the forces of Hierarch against the Alessian Order. He achieved something of a Pyrrhic victory against the Alessians, a victory that greatly reduced the power of his clan, though the bloodline endured. When the Alessian Order, under leadership of Alessia obviously, tried to storm Hierarch and essentially expunge and kill all elves, the Bretons stood with the Direnni family and with the Direnni clan and threw him out at a great cost of human life as much as elf life, but they did it together, and that, you know, it unites them. I can also see here that we are aging. That is terrifying. We need a wife as soon as possible, and we should pick a rather... Let me see, she's young. Does young mean that she can have a... Oh, minus 75, huh? She's good. Altma adult. Erosa. Courtier in first Courtier. I don't know how to pronounce it. Don't worry about it, okay? So, we obviously have to marry somebody, right? That's just the way it is. These two are still too young. Nazunta and the Tantesk are still both far too young for our tastes. I can't marry her. Is she married? Oh, she is married. I understand, but she isn't. But she's also very old, huh? Yeah. Alien. Oh, she's an alien. 201. Yeah, they're all really old. And this is... Oh, there's actually an heir. I didn't see this. Whose son are you? Oh, okay. You are my nephew. Angeril Direnni. So we do have a chance here to get a child. He's an adult. Now, how old are we? Yeah, we're significantly older, so we can give our heir a very young wife, with which, with an Aelid. You know, that would be really interesting if we married Aelid blood into our bloodline here. What is her religion, anyway? Doesn't she have a religion? Oh no, there, Auriel. Yes, okay. So how about you marry my heir? Because once, you know, you get old enough to have kids, he should also be old enough to have kids. And in case that I can't get any kids, he will hopefully have kids. Then Tusk and Angeril have gotten married. Now, he should have lost some prestige there. Yeah, he did. It's everybody's concern, or... No, people respect wealth. It is everybody's concern. We need the money. The prestige, I don't think, is that important. For the moment, anyway. And we now have the chance to marry Erosa, courtier in First Soul. She is pure-blooded. Now, that doesn't mean much, but she's a good person. She's diligent, a bit absent-minded, but, you know, a bit fat, maybe. Should eat a bit less, maybe. You know, hey, do what you want, alright? But she's also willing to marry us, and that means a lot, because the Altmers down here in Alanor, they disrespect us. They don't think that we are proper Altmer anymore because of our bloodline, because of us mixing with humans, and in turn creating the Bretons, which are a mixture of humans, of the Nadic humans, of the Nords over here, and of the Altmer that we brought over as the Direnni clan. Now I'm going to marry her, in hopes of maybe getting a child on our own, and then we're going to see what kind of ambition we want. I think seeing the realm prosper for 5 years is something that Othello definitely wants. He might be brave, but he's also very much content. So let's just see the realm prosper. No, let's not go to war. Let's just calm down, enjoy the time a bit, and maybe improve our stewardship, you know. And I think what we want next is personally always like rulership, but I think he knows very much that he needs a family. So we're going to pick the family focus. Kin Lord Othello concentrates on family life, ensuring better relations between all family members. Because there are only 2 living members of the Direnni family, and we can go back here indeed to Aiden Direnni, who was the king of High Rock. Beautiful title if you ask me, right here. But what we're going to do for the very moment here, we're going to get into contact with Emperor Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant and tell him that we are considering swearing fealty to him. Now, why would we do it? Obviously, the war against Monomarca has ended, and because of it, there's a bigger threat for us to... Let me just turn on the volume a bit here. There's a bigger threat for us here that the Daggerfall Covenant, or one of his vessels, now turns their eyes towards Adamantine, the island of the elves and the island that nobody has ever touched, from the Breton side at least. So he's a legendary diplomat, and we know that he is a good ruler. So as long as he is a ruler, we know we're safe under his banner. So we will most certainly join him. And then set our crown focus to Adamantine, of course. You know, why wouldn't you? It's the only province. If you want to wear, by the way, in Adamantine, there's the Tower of... yeah, it's Adamantine. It's Adamantine. That is one of the world's towers that hold the world together. I know, it sounds very esoteric. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But that's the way it is. And that's why we are very important. I now have the Tower birth sign. The tower shall prove a stout refuge in time of need. So I hope you can already see the difference between how I handle this series and how I've handled even EU4, but also most importantly all of the Arts of Iron 4 playthroughs. But this one will be a bit different, a bit more story oriented. You have to create your own story, especially in Elder Kings, when you have a world like this right in front of you. Here are the high tops of Yokuda that survived the sinking into the sea. Piandenair under their High King Organum. No, actually, wait, there he is. Yeah, High Fane Organum. You have the Tribunal Temple. You have Admora with a Frozen Horde. I don't think that makes a lot of sense, but more power to them. I don't want to say anything there. I don't think it matters. We're going to designate our heir. Obviously, it's designated regent because we want him to learn what it means to be a ruler, as he is currently our only family member. Then we need a court physician. Now, I don't even remember. It's got to be learning, right? So I'm going to tell Trechtus, the Magister of Belfiara, that he shall also be our court physician. And then our court mage, also Trechtus apparently, giving him a lot of power here. But we trust him. He's a good man, you know. Master of the Horse, all of these, I will just auto-assign commanders for the moment. If there are special characters that I want as commanders, then I will give them the titles, okay? Don't worry about it. Hey, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, oh. Oh, this is interesting. I haven't played Crusader Kings 2 in such a long time, but apparently now you can confess to the faith of your league, which is the 8 divines, but still keep Ariel as your true faith. That's such a cool mechanic. But beyond that, let's take a look here what we could do. We could be members of some societies, and I think that is something we want to do. We have the Mages Guild. Telling of the Artificer, wow. That's so crazy cool. Or we could join the Scenarist Guild. Scenarist Guild, let's read through it. Aspiring painters, sculptors, poets, musicians, scribes, and all others across Tamriel flock to the halls of the Scenarist Guild to learn the many faces of the veritable jewel that is the fine arts. Some full-fledged scenarists find employment as the entertainers of wealthy patrons, while others serve as public historians who use their expertise to ensure the veracity of written records. So this is like writers, painters, maybe singers, maybe songwriters, you know, stuff like that. And then the Greybeards, of course, not, you know, don't even have to talk about the Greybeards, let's be real here. We're not going to be a Greybeard. However, let's take a look. So we like learning a lot. We are an experienced diplomat though, so we like diplomacy even more. So out of all of these, it's either, honestly, it's either the Mages Guild or the Scenarist Guild, right? It has to be. And I think the Mages Guild might be a bit more interesting, especially since we are High Elf. We are prone to be a good magician, right? So I'm gonna join the Mages Guild. Greetings, Kinlord Othello. It is our pleasure to welcome you to the Mages Guild. Who's this? Telling? Oh yeah, Telling. Right. We seek to unravel the mysteries of the arcane and also to serve those who have need of our special talents and abilities. Remember that knowledge is meant to be shared for the benefit of all, but remember to be cautious concerning what knowledge you delve into. Signed, Archmage Tellinger. We've done it. We've joined the Archmage. I accept your suggestion that Kinlord Othello and Erosa get married. Hello, my wife. How are you doing? So, her opinion of me is positive, but as you can see, pure versus impure, it is a driving force even in my marriage to my lovely wife, Erosa of the Dynasty Rilizar, who are actually, damn, they've been counts, or is this, no, they're actually, damn. I didn't know when I married her, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that she was a relative to a long line of dukes in, what's it again? Firsthold, which I think is in the east coast of... Is this true? The east coast here somewhere? Yeah, oh yeah, okay, it's actually over here in... oh god, what is this again? Don't do this to me. What is this island called? I don't remember. It's in Elder Scrolls Online. It's the starting... Yeah, it's the first proper area in the Admira Dominion storyline. Anyway, we have sworn fealty to the Emperor Emmerich of the Daggerfall Covenant. However, the Emperor title, that much I can already tell you, is likely to disappear once he dies, and then it's pretty much a free-for-all. So how do we... How do we gain power before the free-fall starts? We are attacking Asinium, apparently. Covenant Reconquest of Morkul, there you go. How many troops would this man have? 503. Now we would have a bit more, but I don't think we would have enough to actually siege him down. Oh, maybe we would. What about you, Lord Mayor of Ovais? Are you the... Is this your only land? Yeah, it is. Right. Wants to get married. But for the moment, we just joined the realm, right? We are a very peaceful kind of person. We're trying to build up our own property and build up on that with a bit more prosperity than before, maybe. Orcish Regiment Barracks, I don't know about that. Archives of the Adra Legacy. These archives contain books dating to the ages that no man nor mare has seen with their eyes. That's crazy. That's ours, dude. The Lords of Daggerfall Covenant have approved the institution of the Absolute Rule Law. Now, as you can see, the old conflict between the Bretons and the Orcs has started up anew. The flame is rekindled. After the defeat of Molag Bal, old enemies remain old enemies. Fate smiles upon me. My wife Erosa is pregnant. Wonderful news. We are gonna have a son, or a daughter for that matter. I don't want to, I don't think Kinlord Othello really cares about it. Othello is a very proper person. He's content just with having a child. This Altmer has impure blood. Shame on them. Yeah, as you can see, ooh, we have something in the treasury. A Bretonnian palfrey. The Bretonnian palfrey is considered to be something of a baseline horse, well suited to riding, light labor work, and cart pulling, and as war horse. Its true calling, however, is the horse race, where it has for generations maintained an almost undefeated record. We could unequip it or destroy it, of course. I'm not going to kill it, okay? But we do have a horse. Very nice. Very good to know. Cut her hair a bit, maybe. Yeah, this looks nice. What about... No? Oh, what? Alright, you know what? Let's... Can I only get rid of my beard? No, that's devastating. Let's not do that. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you will play as Kurtilkara Direnni. Sertilkara, I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'll be honest with you. Name after mother, name after grandmother. What about grandmother? Oh, we don't have a grandmother. Random ancestor, Raven. Oh god, no. Peregrine. No, don't do that. You know what? We're gonna name her Erosa. She is part of the Direnni bloodline. Very young Altmer, impure, and she was born on the birthstone of the Atranek. Very nice. I'm also Going to have her be a god-fearing no, actually, ooh, heritage would be so nice. Faith would also be really nice, though. Let's do faith. I'm going to teach her about Ariel and the Pantheon. Because, as you know, I have a fairly high learning skill. I mean, compared to diplomacy, of course, not that high. Maybe I should actually teach her diplomacy. But I think he's very interested in the faith. He's not zealous, but he thinks it's very important, especially because we are sitting on Adamantine, you know? You gotta keep traditions alive in that case. My subjective opinions have always given me more praise than criticism. Who knew being arbitrary would be good? Oh, we're good arbitrary. Your Majesty, Trechtes, has been discovered charging money for various religious favors, putting the gold in his own pockets. Wow. He is betraying me. Now, where is he? Let me just take a look. How do I find... I haven't done this in such a long time. Where do I find... Okay, first of all, we gotta do all of this into the ruler's hand. But beyond that, what is our... Oh, primogeniture. Now, that is a great succession law right there. But where do I find... My council? No. Positions? Minor titles, right. Trechtes, how could you betray me like this? Follower of Xerxes, the mortal plane is a locked door. The greatest secrets of the arcane are hidden just behind it. With wisdom, ingenuity, and determination, you hold the key. It's a pretty good follower. So we could either tell him intolerable, which makes him lose 50 prestige, and we would lose 50 favor. Oh no. Or we just say disappointing but understandable. And you know what? We're gonna do that. Disappointing but understandable. We could imprison him, but I'm not gonna do that. Also, this person wants me to kidnap Edric Tylus. He is... nobody. No, I decline. Acolyte Nora Rubel came by to talk with me today. We discussed many interesting subjects and Nora Rubel seemed to be quite pleased. He suggested perhaps we should meet for a bottle of wine sometime. Now he might be lowborn. He's pure? Why is he pure and we aren't? What the hell? Don't treat me like this. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna... yeah, let's meet up for a bit of wine. Hang out. Let's be good friends, you know? Why wouldn't you be good friends? Now, do we have a chance to actually visit the guild hall? Open title decisions. Tell me about this. Consult the other decisions. Renounce bloodline. Absolutely not. Form a confederacy. Interesting. I don't think we want to do that ever, but relinquish your throne. Oh, that's interesting. Compose a book. Now, that is actually interesting. You know what? I'm gonna do that, yeah. To compose a work of literature is not an undertaking for everyone. Having spent a lot of time thinking it over, I have summoned my closest advisors and fetched the best scribes. When they ask me what this work shall be focused on, I pause, but only for a second. Intricacies of relationships? Something in honor of Ariel or something educational? I shall chronicle my family history, of course. You know what? We're gonna do something about relationships. And I know that I already, am teaching my daughter about Ariel, so I chose a fairly religious connotation, but I do think that he's a master when it comes to social interactions and when it comes to treating others with respect. And since he's part of the Direnni bloodline and impure as well, he knows what it means to be, for example, excluded from other Altmer. So yeah, we're gonna write about that, absolutely. No UE is peeling for us, sadly, but I think for Emmerich there has to be one, right? So you can click on these and then it's going to bring you to the Elder Scrolls wiki, to the good one, that is. There are good and bad ones, and this is the good one. UESP is everything for law, and Emmerich is in there, so we could click on that, but we won't. Lately, my guild assignments have caused me to spend a lot of time working alongside Mutsara Salva of Derissa. Now he is, yeah, he's part of the House Redoran. And then part of the sub-house Sarethi. That's how the houses work. You have the major house Redoran, but his sub-house is Sarethi. We may not agree on everything, but we always seem to enjoy talking to one another. Follower of Sota Seal, yeah, that's alright. He's also content and brave, actually. Yeah, you know what? I think he is a true friend. Because we kind of get along real well. We have the same character, right? And despite being so far away, I think you can still become a friend with these people. Let us consult our other decisions, by the way, and get rid of this. How about visit the guild hall? What can we do there? Study a specialization, really? Refuse minor quests? Absolutely not. Compose a book, we're already doing that. Study a specialization, let's take a look. Thanks to my guild membership, I have access to some of the finest trainers and instructors available. With their help, I can receive an education in a variety of advanced specializations. Battle Mage, Bard. I will learn the ways of the Crusader. Healer. Nightblade or Priest. Savant. Sorcerer or Spellsword. Or Witch Hunter. Jesus, it's so much. Okay, we will go for the Bard, I believe. I think he's somebody that is, you know I should have maybe chosen the guild of scenery or whatever it's called. Scenarist guild. But I think he's also very interested in the secrets of the world, which is reflected in his learning ability, but he is, without a doubt, Bard. Let's not kid ourselves here. He's one of those people that will write stories and songs about the heroic adventures of himself and of others. That is who he is, no doubt. Visit the marketplace. Ah, here you can purchase things and go to the library. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Do we have any spells? We do have Dispel Magic, but we don't have any magic, huh? I will take a look at that in a second, don't worry. Take Pilgrimage of Purity. Go on a holiday in Eleanor to attain or regain familiarity with Altmer culture and customs. Afterwards, Board of Esteemed Sapriarchs will evaluate your Altmeric qualities through 5 tests, 1 for each of your attributes. If you are successful, you will be recognized as a pure Altmer. Wow, so we can actually become pure again. I'll be honest with you, he doesn't want that. Othello is proud of the history of his house. He doesn't want that, but maybe one of his children in the future will want that. For the moment, however, some prospective students of magic are visiting the guild hall and would like to learn the basics of magic as self-defense. The Mages Guild has offered me the job to teach them. Yeah, absolutely. Today's lesson will be on illusion. Here, how to soothe a savage beast. In this demonstration, a caged wolf will be unleashed at me. With a calm spell, the animal will be dissuaded from aggression. The furious wolf charges towards me, and I unleash a ball of glowing energy that enters the beast's brain, causing it to immediately stop in place. It then peacefully wanders about and is herded into a cage. I explain how this situation is so as the clients take notes. Thank you all for coming. We gained 10 gold and 33 theurgical renown, which I'm certain is our... yeah, that's what I thought. We have 165, we need 175 to 75, to level up. And the last thing we're going to do in this episode, we're already 27 minutes in, we're going to choose a patron deity. We could choose Ariel, the king, the god of time and king of the Aedra, Jaffra, god of songs and the forest, Magnus, god of magic and defender against Lorcan, Mara, mother goddess of love and family, Xarxes, god of ancestry and secret knowledge, Finister, god of endurance and long life, Stenda, god of mercy and justice, or Sirabane, god of practical magic, and we will choose, clearly, Ariel. We will be a follower of Ariel, no doubt. Honor your ancestors, never forget their achievements. Follow the ancient traditions that brought them success and allowed you to be who you are today. Ariel, the time dragon, is now my patron. Let's go. And with this, we end an episode that barely went anywhere, because that is just how far the roleplay in this game and in this mod go. And I'm thankful for everybody who tuned in. I hope you enjoyed the series so far. If you did, click the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel for new updates, concerning this series, but also concerning other series like, for example, U4 or Hearts of Iron 4. I will see you in the next episode when we're back here as Othello of Belfiera. Until then, later.